Hey guys, it's Angie. In this tutorial, I'll be going over how to cast and paint a gelatin brain. As in all of my tutorials, you can substitute whatever you have to achieve a similar result. So for instance, if you have liquid latex, you can always stipple that into the mold as opposed to gelatin. To start things off, I sprayed cooking spray into a plastic mold. This is a brain mold that is made by Morris Costumes. I bought it at Halloween Town in Burbank, but it's also available in a few places online. Of course, you could always sculpt a brain and mold it, but to make things a little easier, this plastic mold does the trick. After wiping out the excess cooking spray, I melted my gelatin in the microwave. I have a video on how I make gelatin that I'll link below in the description box. For this batch of gelatin, I wanted it to be a little bit more pink, so I added red flocking fibers. Next, I poured the gelatin into the mold, making sure to be very careful not to burn myself because hot gelatin gets very, very hot. Gelatin does take a while to set, so at this point I begin to slowly rotate the mold, letting the gelatin run over the details of the brain. As the gelatin cools, it's going to get a lot thicker and start to slow down as you rotate the mold. Once it barely moves, you want to set the mold down and let the gelatin settle to the center of the brain. Then I pop the mold into the freezer to let it finish setting. After about 15 minutes in the freezer, I remove the mold and use the little powder of the baby to powder the brain. With the brush dipped in powder of the baby, I then began releasing the edges of the brain from the mold. I worked the powder underneath the brain until it was fully released. Next comes the painting process. I like to use alcohol-activated palettes to color gelatin. With the Complexion palette from Illustrator, I applied a wash of light mauve to the deepest ridges of the brain. If you find yourself getting any harsh edges, tap them out with your finger or a fan brush. I applied red rum from that same Complexion palette to further define the ridges. And again with a fan brush and my fingers, I diffused the red rum. To seal the brain, I sprayed a few layers of Nye Final Seal, letting them dry in between each layer. And there you have it, your very own gelatin brain. I will have a tutorial coming very soon using this brain and I'm very excited about it. So check back next Thursday for a new video and make sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of my uploads. Also, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button and join me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I do update there pretty often. With that being said, thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you Thursday. Also, I see you're sticking around to see more special effects makeups. Well, go ahead and check out my FX makeup series. I cover a lot of different techniques, from how to make bald caps to tips on how to use third degree and everything in between. Click on your screen now if you want to learn some more.